Welcome back to Calabunga Ranger Talk. Thank you for all showing up and watching this. Today we got a big topic on hands. It is the cancellation of Power Rangers on the Netflix. We're talking about this baby right here. Right here. You know, I'm sure everybody's seen this already, but if you haven't, yeah, Netflix and Hasbro has canceled the show. Now, I'm gonna give my opinion real fast and I'll let Masquerade talk to about his opinion. My opinion is yes, Netflix has canceled it. But is it truly canceled? My opinion, no. It's just they're trying to find a different outlet, meaning a different company to reboot it. Because if we all know about Hasbro by now, Hasbro has stopped caring about toys line and really just stopped caring about Power Rangers in general, in my opinion. So they're just trying to, like we know, Playmates gets the toy line. They're trying to find someone else to do the show now because Netflix is Netflix. And so that's my opening opinion. Masker, what's your opening opinion?
Well, like DTV said, welcome to the show. We're glad to you guys are watching. We're doing this sort of as a late breaking episode because we usually, block out our episodes. Okay, these are the four we're gonna do for the next month and a half or so, or so on and so on. But this is such a big topic, we have to get into it. That being said, with this, so I checked into it a little bit now. There's some conflicting stuff, not because of this, but if you like keep going with it, because I read with one article said that they already had a different uh, production studio company, right? That was
Yeah.
gonna they were gonna subsidize the license, sort of like they're doing with Playmates and their deal, because Playmates is gonna do the toys for Hasbro with Hasbro supervising, but this would be somebody doing a Power Rangers show, not specifically Hasbro and not specifically tied to the Netflix deal. So remember
Yeah.
we had talked about how all of this stuff was getting real murky, and this was supposed to be like three or four projects that they keep like merging into one, and then it keeps splitting and open. You know what I mean? It keeps like being its own chimera type of thing,
Yeah.
because it was gonna be the adult show and then the kids show, and then there was gonna be an idea for an animated, and then no, we're going 100% reboot to Mighty Morphin, and now nothing. And so it's pretty messy. uh I understand Hasbro's going through a rough time, period. So uh we have to just wait till things shake out. Now I'll say this: is it gonna be even longer for now that there is no reboot coming in 25? You can forget that right now. There's no reboot in 25. Mm, they'd have to start filming in 25 to even get something going by the end of 26, right?
Well, actually, I guess it kind of depends. I mean, they could literally take there's what they have on film now and then just
No, from a
use it as
brand
a
new
like
perspective.
like use it as a pilot or something to test the waters. And we've
Yeah,
seen pilots before for Power Rangers, and we all know they are just kind of odd. And just
yeah.
test the waters, see if they get what they want for review. Because at this point in time, a lot of people out there, because I did do some researching before this to see what other people's opinions, they all think Power Rangers is just dead and like dead in the water now since this reboot's not happening. I
Well,
disagree a little bit.
yeah. Well, I have this question jumps out at me. Maybe you already found this out as far as this topic goes. Did they lose Netflix as a streaming partner, as a financial backer, or as an exclusive deal? So this could go on Netflix and Hulu and Tubi and this and that. Is it what specific break happened here? Because
Okay,
this might be a jumble like they did with their last years of
uh,
Nickelodeon. Remember?
so this is my understanding. I don't know if it's fact or fiction, but it is my understanding that the basically the deal fell through. The Hasbro and Netflix deal just fell through, and so they just had to part ways. Now, I don't know if that's just for this original series or if it's for the overall Power Ranger, you know, part
Yeah,
on Netflix. So we all see Netflix bring shows in and then take them away too. So I'm not 100% sure how it's working out for Netflix and Hasbro. But my understanding by reading the article and doing some secondary research is Netflix decided no, we're good. And the only thing I can think of is maybe they're taking too long and they're just pushing back, and Netflix is
Yeah,
like, we can't do this. We can't wait for you guys. We're
yeah. There's
losing
only so
money.
many blocks. Yeah,
You
there's
know,
only so many blocks, and you have to organize your programming for the next 2 years, 3 years, whatever.
yeah. Now I would love to see this end up on Hulu or even Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
Um, those two come to my mind when I think of streaming for kid shows, adult shows. Amazon Prime would also be a good one, but the problem with Amazon Prime is it's a hit and miss. A lot of people don't. A lot of people I know don't really use Amazon Prime for videos. You can, but not even me. It's like I'll watch. I'll try to find something. It's like, oh, I can't find it. Let's go to Netflix. Let's go to Hulu and find it there.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, as far as I know, they just fell out. They just like,
Um,
oh, can't do
yeah.
this now. Sorry.
Well, this, like I was saying, it brings up questions of. Here's another, like, just off the top of the dome question: did their contract just end? Because remember, this might have been a 3-year deal. They did the second year of Dino Fury. They did Cosmic Fury, which is
Hmm.
and Once and Always, which is technically year two. And this gap year, just because Hasbro didn't make a season doesn't mean the year doesn't exist. They could just
That
be
is
out of the
true.
year. This could just be okay. You had your 3 years, you didn't do it for A or B reason. Contracts expire. Period. This happens with basketball, with football, with wrestlers. Hey, look, you sat me on the shelf for 6 months. That's your problem. I wasn't injured. You just didn't use me. You still got to pay me what you had originally contracted. And
This is very true. I mean, it could just be something so simple as that.
contract
Um,
ended.
yeah, because again, it's just like it's a business deal. That's exactly what it is. It's a business deal, and like any business deal, if you're not performing the way they want you to, just kiss your ass goodbye. Sorry, guys. Just
Yeah,
goodbye.
yeah, you're right. And like th- maybe Netflix should come out and say something specific because maybe Netflix is like, you know what, our contract is up, so our contract is up. And from Netflix side of it too is like Hasbro comes to them and says, you know what, we need 200 million, period, to make a season of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
We need 200 million flat. And Netflix is like, all right, but you have a 3-year contract and you're not doing anything on the third year. So what makes you think we're going to give you 200 million? You just subsidize power. That's got to be an ugly ass. I'm sorry to curse, but that's got to be a real ugly move as far as an industry thing goes. That you cannot handle your own license that you 100% own, and you have to give to basically to playmates to raise your kid. It is your kid. You bought that.
Yeah.
That's not a Star
Well,
Wars deal where you're splitting monies and no. Power Rangers is
I I
Hasbro.
can I can tell why Hasbro does not sell Power Rangers. I just learned it tonight. They paid 522 million from
Yeah.
Saban to buy Power Rangers, and I'm just like, they look at it as a loss if they sell it because it's not worth that much anymore. For
Well,
companies because they ended
well,
the show and everybody knows they ended the
yeah.
show. So it's like, why do we want to pick up a dead IP? I mean, that's the way
But
people look at it. It's the show ended, it's dead. Not to the collectors, not to the people that love the show, but to the big name companies.
yeah.
But again, look at. I mean, I'm gonna do something really weird. Look at Beetlejuice. They just bring out Beetlejuice Part Two finally after all these years. People wanted it, and now they're finally bringing it back with all the original cast members that are still alive. And
Yeah.
then
Everybody's
yeah,
back except the dude that we won't talk about because this ain't that type of show, but you know who I'm
yeah.
talking about.
But again, I hate to say it, and I did watch a Legacy of Nerd because he popped up on my feed first for this after doing my video. Because I never do. One thing about me is I never watch anybody's videos until I do mine, and then I have it posted, then I'll watch it. But like he said, people really are gonna forget about Power Rangers sooner or later if nothing happens. Not the big fans like us that collect the stuff, but the average day people that just watch Cosmic Fury or watch Dino Thunder or any of those ones that just are kind of new to it and go, oh, Cosmic Fury was the end. There was
Yeah.
a reboot. What happened to it? Okay, well, let's move on to whatever the newest trend is, you know? Um, and that's the thing is a lot of people can't focus on anything more than a minute and a half of something these days. Or they don't got time, you know? And it really sucks because it's like there's a lot of good stuff out there. And you gotta boom, boom, boom through it most of the time.
Yeah. Okay. Playing armchair quarterback. If this was me running Power Rangers, all right, and I was in exactly this position, you know what I would have done? Nuts, right? But you know what I would have done? I would have gotten $3 million and remastered the first three seasons of Power Rangers. But actually remastering, turning them all HD, getting all the extra footage. We extend every episode so we give people another reason to watch it cleanly. So
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like if we're going there, if our money is in Mighty Morphin, why don't you just fix the footage that looks so grainy as hell right now? You'd really pump it up. You'd add in some more fight scenes. You extend the runtime from 23 minutes. You know, get another minute in there. Squeeze another minute in there. It's not that big a deal. And if you're gonna just stream that. And what? How many Mighty Morphins did we do episodes? Was it like 150, 155, or something like that?
But it was a lot in those
It
3
was over
seasons.
140. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have done that just simple. And you know why? Because that would give your legacy fans a reason to keep watching. Number one. Number two, you would have kept going with the contract for Netflix because time doesn't stop just because you didn't make a show, just because you didn't
No.
wrestle, just because you didn't play football doesn't stop the clock. Another reason, the reason number three to do the actual reboot, the not reboot, the actual remastering of the first three seasons of Mighty Morphin, you can pace the story differently than the way it was spread out. So if it was 140 episodes, you can cut and slice it into being anthology wise. So it makes more sense. You could cut out some of the filler. You don't need bulk getting you 20 pies in the face for 20 episodes. You could cut some of that stuff out. You can
Yeah.
you could get some badass editors, bro, for a couple of like 100,000, a couple of 100,000. These dudes, how many people love Power Rangers that you wouldn't know, have a couple of editing machines that could probably edit the hell out of this, remaster it, really, really make it look pretty, pretty. Let's talk to Toei. We're always gonna talk to Toei anyways, because Toei is the creator of this stuff. Let's get some old footage. We didn't use everything from Zoo Ranger. You can splice in some more stuff. You can give people another reason. And I think this is what would be good too as far as the TV goes. Now you go into the toy version. We can make more Mighty Morphin figures. Period. If I'm playing Hasbro, King of Hasbro, let's make more Mighty Morphin. If that's where it is, and we need to get back up on our feet, lean into it then, bro. What's this whole stopping shit? Like
Most see
you
that's
you.
mm,
That's me
see
though. That's
see,
me.
no,
I
no,
would
no,
have
no,
done
no,
that.
no. You made a good point because theoretically, it doesn't matter if they have a show or not. You got again, Lightning Collection collectors are crazy because they're crazy because they want their stuff and there's missing stuff. And
Yeah,
as a collector of Power Rangers, as a Super 7 collector, and I know I'm missing a few things myself, I'm waiting for it to come out, waiting for it to come out. Will it come out? That's up to Hasbro and Super 7 now. But, like a Lightning Collection person doesn't care there's a TV show. They don't care about a TV show. What they care about is their collection, and
yeah.
that's it. So Hasbro could have kept going with the Zords. I know people complained about the Zords, but they still loved them. They still love the detail of them. They could have kept going with the teams. They could have kept going with the power weapons. They could go. They had so much more they could have built,
I
made,
know,
and
but this is the cheapest thing you could have possibly done.
yeah.
$2, $3 million, get some editors to clean this stuff up and stream. Another reason to make a stream. We live in the streaming age. This isn't the old days of we watch one episode a week and then we have to wait for the next a week to see the next episode. No,
No.
you structure the first three seasons of Mighty Morphin into a streaming format that makes you want to see the next episode. You see High Five, then you want to see the next episode, then the one with Bowles and the one with this, and bro, if you make a director's cut of Green with Evil, you're gonna tell me
Oh
people aren't gonna
yeah.
watch that? You get
No,
some more fight
no
scenes
one's
with.
no one's gonna watch it. We've seen it several hundred
Come,
times.
come on, dude. You, dude, you had some fight scenes of Jason fighting Goldar in
Hmm.
the morphed. Add some more stuff of that type of stuff, and you streamline it. Like I said, you don't have to make every episode exactly the thing, but you stream the format into a streaming uh, way to digest it, so people want to see the whole thing. Oh, I binged the first season in 3 days just because it was so damn good, and you've already done it. It's not like they're even doing anything. This is remastering what I would actually have them do. And people do this in other stuff too, in music. How many times have people remastered the Beatles stuff,
Yeah,
the
not
Elvis
good.
stuff, the Tupac stuff, the In Vogue stuff? People remaster stuff all the time. Taylor Swift, we're talking music. Taylor
Oh,
Swift literally decided to record her entire catalog all over again because I think she switched companies and she's like, nobody's getting my royalties. she
yeah,
literally, she's like, the hell with it, I'll do it all again. And I love her for it. By the way, that's
that's genius.
brains.
That's genius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you ain't taking my shit. Sorry to curse, but dude, this is just remastering. This isn't filming. This isn't hiring actors.
No.
This isn't paying union fees and all of this other stuff that goes with a big budget production.
Well,
And they
I
could have
will
kept things
say
going.
with the remastering, depending on the footage they still have that's extra, would depend on what they could slice in. Or they can do a CGI thing like a lot of movies are doing now. Oh, we forgot this scene and the guy died. So we're gonna CGI him into this spot and that part, and then we're gonna make this happen and that happen, and they,
There's no way they've used all the footage of Zoo Ranger.
oh
There's
no,
no
of course not. I can tell you right now, the Green with Evil,
no way.
if they made
A
the
director's cut
remake,
or
they
something,
could
yeah.
just literally make a remake of the Green with Evil series and almost have a one for one recreation of Zoo Ranger, and the adult fans would be like, "What the heck just happened?" The ones that haven't seen it, they'd be
Yeah.
like, "How did he die? Why is he already dead? But
Yeah.
he's a Power Ranger." I mean that's the thing. Green with Evil has the scenes that show him, being reincarnated as the Green Ranger, but in reality, when he's coming out of that coffin, he's already been dead. He was reanimated
Yeah. Yeah.
basically, and then he starts
Resuscitated,
dying.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that green candle that you see Rita has, when that green candle goes out in the Zoo Ranger, he's dead. He's literally dead. And it's fantastic. But you also see something really interesting. I know we're going off subject a little bit,
No, we're
but
all
but
yeah.
in that show, Barai literally gives his power coin to this kid that's dying in the hospital, and the power coin makes the kid healthy again. That's a totally different situation than Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, here,
That's like mind blowing to probably Power Ranger fans going, that's just saw it for the first time or something like, what the heck just happened? How did that power coin power fix him? I thought it was a great scene, because you don't see that. But
yeah.
you also see Barai jump in the Dragon Zord without his Green Ranger suit on too.
Yeah.
And then at the
Well,
end of the whole series, you see the Dragon Zord cry and walk away into the ocean when Barai dies. So it's a whole different situation. I mean, there's so much you can do with just that Green with Evil to make the fan base go, wow, you
well,
know.
how if you don't look, you could block this stuff. If you literally have nothing for the next 2 years, you could release this stuff abridged version. And here's something that nobody's thought of, but it would be perfect right now since we're not on regular terrestrial television anymore. We don't have the children and families thing, the censorship
Yeah.
in Netflix. It's a different set. I get it for Netflix, but you could go a lot harder on Netflix than you could on regular Saturday morning TV. So the edited version of Mighty Morphin could be a lot stronger. You could show a little bit of blood. You could show more fight scenes. You can only show so much choreographed fighting in a television show being broadcast compared to a streamer that you could literally fight for 40 minutes and nobody says anything.
Oh yeah, sure.
This could, bro, if you do this right, you can do this Dragon Ball style where it's one fight for like 3 episodes. you can
Yeah.
have you can have Tommy and Jason beating the hell out of each other for 40 minutes if you want. instead of just the yeah, and yeah, we're done.
Right.
Everybody's friends. No, you want to see them go at it. It's Cyclops and Wolverine. It's Leonardo and Raphael. It's the two badasses kicking the crap out of each other. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
And I and without the restriction of children and families, the censorship, I think it could. Oh man,
And
it
actually,
would give people another way to digest this.
the editing wouldn't be that hard, even if you had to reshoot some of the footage, because look how many people do the dress up like them. It's not hard to find people at the same size of the characters, the same size of the actors and stuff in the suits. And there wasn't even the actors in the suit half the time. It was just some stunt guy, anyways, just to do some extra fighting or something. I mean, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be that hard. I mean, find someone that would fit the Goldar suit, the Squad and Baboon, or whatever you needed to do to film. I mean, the original Alpha 5 still out there that can fit the costume. So, she could literally get put right back into the scene. No problem.
Well, my thing is okay because Power Rangers is structured on let's be as cheap as possible to make the fastest content possible,
Hmm.
right? Cheap and fast, cheap and fast. Power Rangers is basically fast food. It is a drive-through of a television show. As much as I like it, I am smart enough as a show writer because I'm a creator of Muscle Fighters to see what it goes for.
Oh, yes.
You're not going to get any cheaper. And if you've already put in $522 million, that's where you're going to cut it off. Forget it. Not another penny. I'm not getting. That's it.
Well,
That's it.
what I was saying,
That's where
yeah.
you cut it off. You have to do
Well,
something for this. You know.
basically, what I was saying though is you keep the original footage, and if you needed to add something, you could just hire somebody real fast. It can't cost that much to hire somebody to do a few 5-minute scenes or something. 5-10 minute scenes. Paying for an hour time, whatever. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of these, stunt actors will be able to do the moves real fast, real easy, and be like, okay, we're done, whatever. And heck, they might not even have to have the suits anymore. They could just CGI the suit over them. I mean, that's even cheaper yet. Let's
Yeah.
just, I'm editing the film anyways. Hey, Green Ranger, boom, done.
You could look. You if you don't want to literally remaster all 150 episodes or whatever, you could remaster just the 4 or 5 most important sagas in the Mighty Morphin there. You do the first 5 episodes, which is establishing the team. You do the Green Ranger one. You do the White Light, the White Ranger one. You do the Ninjetti powers as a movie, uh, and the final one is you do the Zeo arc, the aliens and
Yeah,
Zeo. Yeah, you have 5 blocks. You have technically 5 TV movies you can make and you could spread them out for 2 years.
actually, I just had a really cool idea, and it'd still be editing. But
But you know
let's
what I mean?
take,
Oh, it's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
in the summer. It's coming in the winter. You
But
organize
but
that, bro.
we have an option here. If we were gonna do that, how about we add some CGI to this and take
Yeah,
original White Ranger, the White Light, whatever it was called, and as
yeah,
soon as he lands, they do some overdub of some sort, some Zordon overdub or something, and they all become the Rangers that we didn't have. They just CGI those other suits onto them.
yeah. If you want to add a 6-1, let's do the mutiny, the power transfer where they got rid of Jason, Zach, and Trini. Let's add in some footage of the Omega Rangers and actually bring them into canon into the TV show. Make that the
That
Omega
too.
movie. You're kind of pushing them out anyways. If you could get the license to get their voice actors back, even in voice, to move over voices, you could kind of okay. Look, this is Jason Morph. This is Zach Morph. I'm sure Walter Jones is cool with coming
Oh,
back
Walter
and doing
Jones
some
would do
voice.
it. I think
If it's a voiceover, you know,
I think
and if they
Austin
have,
St. John would do it too. I think he would do it in a heartbeat. I just know he wasn't allowed to leave the country for a while, and that's why he couldn't do some of the other stuff that they wanted him
yeah.
to do.
But I think
You
the
know?
voiceover thing can happen, and worst case scenario, you could probably get if you could use some because they did this in Once and Always. They used old audio of Trini saying Billy, and that's where she died. That
Yeah.
Billy was actually Thuy Trang. They just
Mm-hmm.
used it from a different episode. Let's bring in a couple of audio clips from another episode if you truly can't do that, and then you add in the Omegas are an actual. Oh, these are the secret rangers that never existed. You
Well,
know.
with today's technology, Even back then when they did once and for always, that wasn't long ago. The technology wasn't as good as today. Now all you gotta do is
Yeah.
put a voice into an AI and boom, all you gotta do is type a script and it sounds just like them. It's
That,
scary.
that's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah,
avenues to keep filtering this stuff out without actually spending big money and actors and SAG and all this other stuff. There's other
yeah.
ways you could have gone, but
But
I think
when it comes down to this Netflix, it's very disappointing. That's something I said on my video. You know, it's
yeah,
disappointing because I was looking forward to it, even though it wasn't supposed to be. Well, it kind of went both ways. People said it was for adults, and then some people said it was for kids. And either way, you know, Power Rangers is really meant for kids, anyways. I mean, it didn't matter if it was Cosmic Fury, once and for all two, it was supposed to be for the adults, but Cosmic Fury itself and stuff like that were meant
yeah,
for young teenagers, and I understand that. And this one's
yeah,
gonna probably be the same, you know, most likely. But I was looking forward to it, seeing these new costumes, seeing these new actors, seeing how this all played out. I even heard at one point the Zords were gonna look more realistic than actual Zords, and I was like, well, that sounds kind of interesting, you know. Um, yeah, it's just kind of disappointing.
look, the cheapest possible thing you could have possibly done, put 100,000 in to just editing, make a director's, and I've said this in other things, but I'll say it here too. Make a director's cut of Super Mega Force.
There you
That
go.
that is like the most loved and hated thing about Power Rangers because it took such a dump on everything we had watched because it's just started bringing in these weird powers that don't exist in it. Well, you can make a better edited version of Super Mega Force, bro. You could get those are see how time flies. That was their what 20th anniversary, and now we're on the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago, bro. But it's still such a point of contention that everybody wanted to see. Hey, look, this guy can turn into every ranger. This girl can turn into every ranger. Hey, look, we can call on every Zord. If you could
Oh,
do
okay.
some edit,
Yeah.
edit, you could, bro. If you could fix Super Mega Force with a nice edit, a couple of voiceovers, a couple of explanations, some added fight scenes, bro, you'd make your fan base happy. I don't know why these companies like to piss off their fan base. That's the last thing you have to do. I understand growing a brand because you have to get more people to buy this stuff, but you can't piss off the original people that were already buying this stuff because that's stupid.
No,
You know,
you can't because you know when I think of
the core
YouTube,
fan base.
you know, even YouTube's a brand. When you start filming, you're a brand. Even if you're not selling anything, you're not making any money. You're the brand. Like if you say you're, in this case, Calabunga Ranger Talk, we talk about Power Rangers, we talk about Ninja Turtles. It's a brand. If you are Hasbro, you are Power Rangers, you are Star Wars, you are this and
Marvel,
that. You are
yeah.
Tiger Electronics, even. I mean, and yeah, Monopoly too, I believe.
Toy Biz.
But you
Shit.
know, that's the thing, you know. I mean, you're all over the place, and then you got, you know, if you're Playmates, everybody knows you for Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
They make a lot of other things too, but they're known for Ninja Turtles, you know.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, this Power Ranger reboot, it could have been great. It could have been fantastic. You know, we had great people working on it, and
yeah. That's another thing.
Hasbro just kind of threw it underneath the bus. You know, in my opinion, in this case.
So that guy's fired. The not Simon Bennett, the guy that they were hiring. Uh, I forgot what his name was. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that was supposed to oversee the reboot, and then he got a girl to be like his understudy or like the assistant director.
I
The
don't
guy
think I
that was
heard about this.
that he was overseeing the big reboot.
Okay.
And it was remember because we had talked a couple of months back that it was supposed to be a Netflix thing. It was supposed to be like 6, 8 episodes. It was gonna be. That's all. Everything is done.
Yeah,
I'm
last thing I
guessing.
heard about it, it was a 10 episode,
Yeah.
but
That's
on a better note, at least it tells the Ninja Turtles are still coming out. They're scheduled. I've been making
uh,
little videos on the whole thing,
yeah.
so
I got some notes on some other stuff, but
yeah. So if we want to move on, because this subject's just
yeah.
gonna be this subject's in a loop because that's pretty much it is. The show's been canceled. People are disappointed. They're worried about the toy lines now because without a show, people are worried about their collections. So unfortunately, That's not
Yeah.
exactly true because there's going to be companies out there promoting these toys no matter what.
Well, we're
Uh,
gonna find out in a month. In the month is Comic Con in July, right? So yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna
but
see
again,
what kind of flex Playmates does there.
I think Playmates is gonna not disappoint. I think Boom Studios has a lot of big plans. I know if you read the return, if anybody's read the return, leave a comment. But we all know how that ended. Well, at least I do. I don't know if you got a chance to read it yet. No.
Yeah,
Oh, you,
I've
you
heard
really should. Even
a
if you
couple
don't read
things.
all of them, read the fourth one. It explains the whole series, just not
Yeah,
highly in detailed. If
yeah,
you want the whole details, you have to read them all. But
yeah,
um, yeah, there's
yeah.
a
That's
lot that's still going on. Super Seven can be making stuff. 3-0.
yeah,
There's some companies that are bootlegs, but they look fantastic. I mean, Power Ranger toys are Power Ranger toys. They're not going anywhere. I don't think just because Hasbro's done with it doesn't mean they're done with it. They still got license.
yeah. You know, moving on from the topic of the day, because like you said, we've been talking more or less for about half an hour now. With that, on another little topic before we get into the news and stuff. You got any pickups or anything like that you want to talk about, or anything you want to run in, or you've been kind of dry?
I do have a pickup,
What you picked up?
but I can't speak about it yet.
Oh, it's
I
in the mail.
haven't I haven't done no I haven't done
Oh,
the video on it yet, and without doing the video, if I say what it is here, it's not
oh,
gonna be so
don't.
great.
You're not gonna spoil into it, yeah. All right,
I'm
no,
not
that's
gonna
fine.
spoil it on camera. I will tell you what it is afterwards.
All right, no problem. That's fine. Uh, w- I'm I'm looking at you know, a couple of things on Amazon that I might pick up. I might pick up uh the Super Seven what's his face scumbug if he drops because sometimes they drop price a little bit and I'm like, all right, I can pay for that, but sometimes they have
Oh,
these like flash sales, like the 2 day sales. You've seen those,
mm-hmm.
right? Like
I
it
missed
doesn't
some of the
hold for
Super
the week,
7
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
and then they go right back up to the regular prices. If I could catch it in one of their little downwinds, I'm gonna get that shit. Because look, I see that scumbag and he looks nice, and I'm like, you know what, for $55 or $50, I'll roll for it, but I'm not paying no 65, 75
Oh.
bucks. No way.
Well, keep an eye on Entertainment Earth too. Sometimes they do sales on stuff too. I know every once in a while I'll get a email, 25% off with this coupon. I'm like, okay, and I don't have anything I want to buy, or it has
Yeah,
to be, it has to be in, it has to already be out. It can't be a pre-order or something like that. It's like, okay, well, I have nothing I
yeah,
want to do with it. You know.
yeah. I might get that. In the next. You know what? In like 2, 3 days, we're supposed to, and I didn't. This isn't even on the notes, but since we're just talking, off the dome for a second. In 2 or 3 days, we're supposed to get the reveal for the next Ninja Turtles wave from Super 7. Because I think he said it was supposed to come out on the 14th, right? Like the 13th, the 14th,
Yeah, you know
June
what?
13th, or on the 12th. So I don't know
Yeah,
why he wouldn't have released it today, Turtle Tuesday, or whatever.
yeah. You know
But
what though? If he releases what it's supposed to be, or what it should be, I'm gonna
that
say what it should
2003,
be. Should
yeah,
be a 2003 lineup, but I say it all the time. We all know Super Seven. They have big plans, and sometimes they just fall through.
we'll see what that wave looks like. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I'm hoping, bro. Well, what do you think about this? You think it's a bad idea for them to be getting into the 2003 when they haven't even finished the Playmates stuff or any of the Playmates teams really besides the four turtles?
Um. I. 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 I don't know. I
'Cause,
go both ways. With companies that don't finish teams, really irritates me.
yeah.
But at the same point, they're looking for fan base. They're looking for that next $1,000, purchase people, $1,000 pre-orders or whatever. But
Yeah.
again, like I said on one other episode, I don't think pre-orders is the way anymore. I think it should be,
Well, that's actually
I-
the first
okay. Well,
topic is going to be into the pre-orders, but
Okay.
No, I
So
understand.
we can do that if you want to just jump into that because I have my biggest thing with today
Yeah.
because I remember listening to Brian Flynn on one of the first Fridays, and he said when they first started doing this pre-order, it was during COVID time. Everybody had money. Everybody had money sitting in the bank because they couldn't go anywhere. It was perfect timing. They knew how much they could put aside and whatever. Now with all the stuff that's going on in the world right now, pre-orders are not the best thing. And Brian Flynn always says, since we're talking about Super 7, is no one wants to pre-order anymore. And it's true. Even me, I don't really want to pre-order unless I know I actually have the money to do it or I have the money to refund myself.
Yeah.
It's pre-ordering to me is it's a great idea if it's something like I said before, something big, take the drone size, $1,000. You pay half now, you pay half when it ships or something. So you have it there. You have well, that
Oh,
still be made to
if they
order, but
actually, yeah,
critically, but it's still the idea of you're gonna get something, and
yeah, yeah.
um
Now that you say that, you talk about the Technodrome, Super 7 doing an Ultimate style, Technodrome. We've talked a little bit about this before, that it wouldn't be like anywhere, it wouldn't be less than 500. I think about it again, and I'm looking at it, it'd have to be like 750, maybe eight, right?
yeah,
For a full
because
size Technodrome these days.
the total event was five something,
Yeah, I think it was like five even. Like it
and
was
and
plus
it
like
was
30 in shipping and another
yeah,
30 for taxes.
and it was amazing looking. I mean, I did a whole video on the inside outside. It's amazing looking. Did I buy it? No, too much for me.
That's another
Um,
one I'm keeping my eye on.
yeah,
If Amazon slips on that one, I'm Amazon.
but again, Technodrome. Well, even if they did, okay, so here would be my weakness.
I pay at 300.
Yeah,
At 300 I get the mail.
but here would be my weakness, and this would be the perfect way of doing it. The command center, the OG command center, and that's where you would put. Who would you put in the command center? Zordon. That'd be the way you would have to get Zordon is to get the command center. And if Super
Yeah.
7 did that, I would have a hard time saying no because that thing would be $500-$600 or more as well because how big it is, and it would have to open up like a place that you know it would be amazing.
That's what that's actually touching on something we had talked about last time, that if Playmates comes out with their version of a command center on day
Yeah.
one, because bro, if you have to make a splash, if you have to get people's attention, if you nothing's gonna get their attention more than getting a command center.
So I gotta ask you, do you remember the command center that Bandai did?
I have it. I'm looking
You
right
ha-
at it.
you have the one with the automorphers.
I have it right. I'm dead ass
Oh
looking at it
wow.
right now.
Okay. I never had it, but I've seen it,
I'm
you know.
staring right at it. Yeah, it's you know what? You know what? Why don't you, tell the folks, the nice folks about subscribing and stuff while I pull it out. Hold on.
Okay. So again, guys, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave your comments. I want to know what you guys think about Power Rangers. I want to know what you guys think about Ninja Turtles. Uh, who we should interview, even. If you guys want to hop on the show for a live stream, let us know about live streaming. We're down for live streaming. We just want to get people in here. So if you want to see some live streaming stuff, let us know. If you want to see anything like that unboxing, I thought that was cool. Did you guys think that was cool? Let me know. Anyways, yeah, I'm not sure what Masco is getting, but I have a feeling it's the command center. You know, let's find out, shall we? That's it. Yep, that's the command center.
Yeah, I didn't think we were command centering today, but what the hell?
You know what? Like I said, I've never had that in person. I don't remember even seeing it when I was a kid at Toys R Us or nothing.
Can you blow me up so I can show it off?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. Where's my mouse? There it is.
Yeah, so there it is. It's a big boy. It's one of those Grail things that you. There's nothing in the back, but
Okay.
yeah, you. There's no way I wasn't gonna have it. As nerdy as it looks, it's like what the. It's like having the turtle layer. I have a turtle layer, but like four pieces of it. That's why I said it a million times. I'll say again. As soon as Playmates comes out with a remastered play sewer playset, of course I'm buying. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but this one had a Zordon, like a foil. I think. Can you see
That's
what
what
it
it
looks
looks
like?
like. Yeah, I can see it.
It's sort of a whole foil hologram because there's nothing sculpted there.
No.
But you,
It's
but you know what? Even after all these years, you can kind of still see Zordon moving.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, has this bike, this little dome here. I
Oh,
don't
the
have
viewing
it.
scope. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it. There's a thing here. Yeah, I think this is to like talk. Like you remember the Snake Mountain had that thing where you can like talk it to the little thing. Ah, I'm the devil. Yeah, one of those. What was this thing called in the Snake Mountain?
It it's a
The head snake. You
yeah.
remember the head snake that people use? I think there's a feature there for this, but it's been so long it doesn't work. I'm just
I
gonna.
think that turns him into Zordon, I think, if I remember right. I think that's supposed to mimic the Zordon. You're like Zordon command controlling the command center.
Yeah, I don't have the batteries on it. One day we're gonna have to just with more time because that's not what this episode's about. So
No.
on another episode, we're gonna have to really look at the command center because I think it'd be fun to actually give it a hard look.
Oh
But
yeah, for sure.
we have some news to run through before we call it a day. If you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So the Technodrome, the classic, the remastered Technodrome. You were talking about pre-orders, right? The
Yeah.
pre-orders went up, and in like 2 days, they sold out of the pre-order. They've already done it. 5,000 Technodromes are already sold, pre-sold. Five
That's
thousand
crazy.
already,
That's crazy.
which is what I was telling you. If they released it, it was gonna go like hotcakes. I didn't get a chance
Yeah.
to get it. I'm gonna have to put my pre-order thing there, but of course I'm gonna get it. Here,
Yeah.
I don't know if you.
There was something I pre-ordered one time like that too. It was from
Yeah,
Hasbro. It was the Master Morpher. I pre-ordered it on the like the second run of it. I didn't know it was the second run because it just ran one, pause, two, and
yeah.
yeah.
What was it? So here's the caveat. This Technodrome, this classic version, is about an inch and a half smaller than the original.
Really?
Yes, because it measures in at like 13 something, and the original Technodrome with the eyeball on it is supposed to be like 14 and a half, 14 and
Oh
one
wow.
fourths or something. So, and when you start seeing some of the promotional pictures for the remastered, quote unquote, the classic Technodrome, they're using the storage shell turtles and the other remastered versions of the bad guys. So it's the
Yeah.
Bebop with no paint on his legs. It's the Rocksteady with no paint on his legs. It's the Shredder with the weird eye. The repainted ones.
Oh yeah,
So
the remasters. Yeah.
it's a little snug. It's a little snug. I'm not gonna lie, but that also might be the angle. So there's no way I'm not getting it. So when I actually have it in hand, we'll probably do a full review on it.
Sounds
Because
good.
it's a Technodrome thing. So why wouldn't we? The next news item: Super Seven has released another reaction wave, and it is all repaint, all old sculpts. It's uh it's a glow in the dark wave.
Oh yes, I know this one. Yes.
They got Mutagen Man, the Foot Soldier, and Ray Fillet.
Yep.
I don't know why they did this. I thought they were doing the Toon Turtles with like with the tune color. It's their old sculpts where they're using the tune colors for the reactions. I don't know why they decided to do an entire wave of you glow in the
Yeah,
darks.
I'm gonna say it. It's Super Seven. They do what they want to do.
You want to know something? You want to know something cute? Two of these figures have already been done in Ultimates and glow in the dark versions. So
Oh,
there's
wow.
an Ultimates version of glow in the dark Foot Soldier as well as Mutagen Man, and they don't sell for nothing because even Amazon can't give them away. I've seen that Mutagen Man, the glow in the dark Mutagen Man, for like $25, and they still can't get him to move. I don't know what makes you think now they're gonna pay $23 for an Ultimate because there's no Ultimate. I mean, for a reaction,
Yeah, I think the reactions are actually priced too high, honestly, but that's okay.
I would have just look. I don't even mind this wave, but I would have just done it in the tune colors. Why
Yeah.
the glow in the dark? If you're moving into the tune, quote unquote, I mean you're already well, whatever. It's not my company. Here's it's not yours either. So what I
No, it's
mean,
not.
you got to talk to your boy about that one.
And if I ever
Uh,
got to, I'm still trying to find a way to talk to Brian Flynn. I am. And you know what? It's like no one wants to ever answer. Like the people that interview him, I'll leave a comment. Hey, how do you get a hold of him? Do I have to meet him in person first, or what? Never. No one ever replies, and it's just like, come on. You know.
yeah, I mean, I could tell you
Eh,
about some stories, but then I would be committing career suicide. So I'm gonna shut up. Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet, huh?
No, but that might be our final episode. Mascara just lets it all out. You know the real
Yep.
problem.
No.
I just start ranting for like 2.5 hours.
Yep.
You know this company did this. No,
You'd become a meme.
geez, can you imagine people like cutting up? Look, this guy, the Mascara Fighters guy said this. He said that. No,
Yeah.
that's just be quiet. Speaking about people I should talk about, NECA and Target, they're having like some outages as far as like supply, and we've kind of been talking about this off air. That I've even shown you some of these pictures that I've gone to
Yeah.
different Targets and they're not getting restocked for NECA turtles or NECA anything. I've sent you pictures of. There's literally not even the Toonie Terrors or anything. All of their stuff is being pulled. I don't know if it's selling that well or maybe they're. I don't know.
Well,
What do
I
you
know.
think?
Okay, so today I went to Walmart. I didn't go to Target, but I went to Walmart, and um, the Walmart's collection side, the high end collection that's kind of in the electronics section,
Yeah,
was empty. I mean, it was just empty. No Ninja Turtles, no NECA of any sort, no Super 7, nothing. I mean, it was just an empty shelf. They had Funko Pops, like maybe three or four of them, but everything else was empty. And
yeah,
it was very surprising, you know?
yeah. But that I think that goes more into their restructuring because Walmart's always like, we're gonna have CDs. No, we're not gonna have CDs. We're gonna have music. We're not gonna have music. We're gonna have vinyl records now. Oh, we have to get vinyl record machines because that's what all the cool kids are hanging on to.
You
I
know
need a
what?
Taylor Swift record player. I'm sorry, bro, but this is a fucking.
It's okay. If they made a Ninja Turtle record player, you'd be down. They had a green record player that had a turtle shell for the lid.
Don't
I
give
think I think
Walmart
you'd
any
be
ideas, bro.
I think you'd be I think you'd be down. I think you would go, I need that record player just for my collection. Just like that old fashioned CRT TV that was a turtle. Back when we were kids. I never got it, but I remember it.
Speaking of like novelty stuff like that, you know what I did think was cool as hell? Did you ever have any of those phones with like the toy built into it? Like, oh, it's a Mickey Mouse, but it's Mickey Mouse holding a phone, or it's like a football, and then you open the football and it's a phone. And you used to get it from like Sports Illustrated or anything like that. Those novelty
No.
phones that were shaped like something like, oh, here's an M&M, and look, I'm taking the head off of an M&M. and now I can talk to somebody on the phone.
N-
Ah.
No, no, I did not have that. But you know
Oh
what's
man, those
funny?
are cool as shit.
You, you know, off way off subject. But you know what's funny? Now that you said that,
Yeah,
I realize I'm missing something out of my collection again. Oh, we lost Moscow. Oh, there he is.
yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I'm missing something out of my collection. I just realized since you brought that up. I used to have, I don't know what it is. I never got rid of any of this, and neither did my family. So someone probably stole it out of the attic at my mom and dad's house.
Yeah,
A turtle communicator. Remember those communicators that would actually pop up? Yeah. Now you talked about those football phones, I don't know why that popped in my head, but
yeah,
now I know I'm missing something again. So
yeah. I had that once, but I had the. You remember when Ninja Turtles had the mini mutants? That they would have like the head of a character, and then you open the head, and it's like Polly Pocket, but with turtles characters inside.
yes.
Yeah, they had a version like that, but of the communicator. So I had that. Now that you reminded me of that. Moving on, the Omega Rangers are back in stock right now, at the moment on Hasbro Pulse. I don't know how. Maybe they're making more Omega Rangers, but they're back in stock. I thought they were like liquidated because their price is like $39, and it's supposed to sell for 100. So if you're slashing that hard,
Okay, so what I'm thinking is Hasbro's finding stuff, the loose end stuff, and they're just really trying to get rid of it. You know,
you don't think they're like
like
back
on
ordering a
eBay,
couple of things?
they have an eBay store. They have an eBay store too, and they have those $16, not the Lightning collection, but the VHS tape ones. I guess they're still considered the Lightning collection, but VHS tape Green Ranger and White Ranger, the one I've been looking for forever in Walmart because they were supposed to be a Walmart exclusive. They're selling those on their eBay site for retail price
How much?
and
How much is that? Like $18 or something?
16.99.
Oh, I might actually have to
Yeah.
get them. I only have the red and the yellow. I need the rest of the team.
So it's on the eBay site. I think it says Hasbro. When you type in Hasbro store or something like that, you can pop up.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah, they're retail price. And I was just like, no, I'm just not interested anymore. It's like I was gonna buy them originally for my kids, but
yeah,
it's like I just don't think they're gonna be that interested in them.
yeah. If you want, send me the link after we get off the air, because I might check that out. Because
Okay.
I hate having like an incomplete team too. That's it.
Again, that's the problem with a lot of Lightning Collection people.
I have two of the
That's what the
seven
Vic.
or something. I hate that.
Well, like I said, I'm hoping when McFarlane, if he ever does the Power Rangers, does Scorpina, because I seen the one from Lightning Collection. It's good. It's good, but it's not great. To go with the Super 7 collection, it's not great looking, you
Yeah.
know. Um so any other news you have?
Oh yeah. So we're like, so the next topic, Tales of the TMNT. It's coming out on Paramount Plus, and it's
Yes.
gonna be 12 episodes, and it's coming out in August. They haven't given the exact date, but
Y-
they've given the month. So on all of the promotional pics, it
Yes,
says August, August.
and if you
Sorry, go ahead.
guys haven't seen the preview, I'm gonna do a little thing. If you guys haven't seen the preview for it, go to my channel and I have it up. You can actually see the preview on my channel.
Betrayal.
Yeah, right.
I've been
But
besmirched.
again, that's the thing is when I find something, I don't care. If you send it to me, I'm always glad that you send me stuff because that always helps my
Yeah,
channel out. But if I find it somewhere, I'm gonna be able to. If I can get a way to get around all the legal parts of it, I'm
yeah,
gonna try. I'm gonna do it. If I get copyright claim on stuff like that, well, I guess it's gonna have to come down. But
yeah,
Paramount's pretty nice. Paramount doesn't really do much for people. They're just like, oh, they're promoting the thing. Cool for that free promotion. You know, that's
yeah.
why I look at Paramount. Paramount never has ever had an issue with me posting anything of theirs. So
Well, I mean, the only question I have, maybe you already know this, and then we can move on to the next topic. Is this locked for Paramount Plus, or is it like the Frasier reboot, or is this going to be on Nickelodeon and then later on? or
This is
is this like
licensed to
the first drop, like first drop to Paramount, and
yeah.
then a month later, like they do with video games, like oh Call of
Mhm.
Duty is coming out for PlayStation, then next year it come out for PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well, as far as I know, it's locked into Paramount Plus.
Also, it's not going
It's
to
a
be on Nickelodeon at all.
no, it's supposed to be a
That's
Paramount
stupid.
Plus only thing because it's based with the Paramount movie.
Yeah,
So
but
you'll probably
this
get
is
it on a
targeted to the
DVD
younger
sooner or
audience.
later.
Yeah, yeah,
It is. But again, what do we talk about? All the live streaming. I
yeah.
don't think Nickelodeon has a live stream. I just know Paramount does.
Well, it's all Viacom. So Viacom's the actual owner of Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles. So, well,
Yeah.
anyways, the next topic. Well, the next news item. The I don't know if you
We
saw this.
disappointed Mascara.
Yeah. No, it's look. If you're, I could go on with a thing, but we have to
Yeah.
move on with the news. Uh, Mondo is. I don't know if you saw Mondo, the big chunky turtles. They were recently at a
Oh
show.
yes, the vinyl turtles.
Yeah, the vinyl turtles. So they released. They had it on the shelf already. They had Mikey, Raph, which Raph hadn't been seen yet. Mondo Gecko and Ray Fillet, and they've actually put the pre-orders for Mikey and Mondo Gecko. And you want to know how much Mondo Gecko is?
I'm kind of worried.
105,
Oh,
105, 105,
105.
and the turtles are
Okay.
90.
Yeah, I know the turtles are 90.
I saw that. I don't know if you saw that Ray Fillet, but that Ray Fillet is wide. So I'm guessing that's gonna be like 105, 110,
Yeah, it's gonna probably be 105.
because it's
If they're
got
gonna
like
do,
two buddies.
yeah,
Yeah, so there's that. I'll give one thing, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I did want to say about Mondo. Hire me. No, that'd be good. But one thing I did want to say is I give them credit because high or low, when you go to the pre-order, they give credit to their artists. So there's a little block there that says the artist that worked on this creation, this character, this thing. So
one
that's pretty
second,
great.
one
Yeah,
second. Oh, keep talking. Go ahead, keep talking.
yeah. So my point is that yeah, I think it's awesome that Mondo actually gives direct credit to the artist that creates this stuff. The sculptors, the the modelers, all that type of stuff. I think that's pretty great that they do that. So there's that. Moving on. This is just a quick one, but this isn't really Ninja Turtles or Power Ranger related. But I did see this. I don't know if you saw the Batman Forever, the McFarlane wave
You know, I'm
with
not too sure. I've seen a
with
lot of bad. Oh wait. Yes, I saw it on.
Batman Forever wave. Yeah,
Yes, I have.
man, McFarlane is tempting me, bro. If if they come out with a Catwoman, I'm done, bro. If
The
McFarlane
Michelle
makes it,
Pfeiffer.
oh man, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jesus, bro, that woman is oh man, in that cat suit,
Every man's wet
gee,
dream.
yeah, I'm sure a couple ladies too. That's a good looking woman. I
Yeah.
mean, shit, Michelle Pfeiffer at her prime. Oh my, Michelle Pfeiffer anytime. Michelle Pfeiffer
Yeah.
right now, shit. But back to the not to be a whole thing here. That wave that he's doing it. He's doing it, bro. That wave looks really good. That's got Batman. It's got the Chris O'Donnell. I don't know if you
Robin,
saw,
yeah.
bro. He nailed Chris O'Donnell's freaking face, bro. You can't tell me that's not Chris O'Donnell. The ones where I think he kind of like a little bit, and it might be the angle because in some angles he actually looks just like him. Is the Riddler and Two Face. The sculpts of their
Oh,
bodies, no, but their faces like
yeah.
that
Jim
Riddler.
Carrey.
The
Wait,
you
was that
saw
Jim
it,
Carrey?
yeah, yeah. Jim Carrey and
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones you could kind of play off because he's got makeup and he's a Two Face or whatever, but there's no hiding the Jim Carrey face.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, Jim Carrey. I thought it was Jim Carrey. It's been a while since I've actually seen that movie. I love the
yeah,
Batman movies, but it's been a long time.
yeah. I
Um,
hope I hope they do another wave because they could probably like come out with Alfred or something. They have more characters to do. Like
oh yeah, but I
yeah.
do. Speaking of Batman, I know they're trying to not reboot Batman, but trying to get Michael Keaton to play the next Batman again. That's what they're trying to do. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that they're trying to get Michael Keaton to play Batman again. And knowing that he's doing Beetlejuice, they might be able to get him to do Batman. That would just be an awesome.
I
Have
th-
like
I think he would if they get Tim Burton because if Tim Burton comes in, he could kind of like flex on James Gunn, but I don't
well,
think James Gunn
yeah.
likes him because James Gunn is not a Keaton guy.
Well,
He
I think if they did what they wanted to do for Batman Returns, because Batman Returns was not supposed to be a nice movie. It was supposed to be kind of like the Batman series that came out a while ago. The Batman Beginning, I think it was called, where it was kind of really dark and evil. And you see like Batman before Batman, where it was just Bruce
oh
Wayne
Batman
traveling the mountain.
Begins,
Yeah.
yeah,
It was supposed to be something like that.
with Christian
Not
Bale,
but not like that. I mean that kind of feel where he's really out to get the bad guys, really out, not this
yeah.
I'm Batman, I'm doing this because that's what my character is. It was more of a I'm going for total mutination. I'm gonna go kill. That's what it was supposed to be, and yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of had to drop that idea. But nowadays, it would work just fine.
Uh, we'll see what happens there. I mean, if like I said, if they could bring back Tim Burton, if he could at
Yeah,
least oversee the projects or something, because I think that's what the DCU the movie universe has always been lacking. They always lack like a direct definition of what they're doing. You can't, and I know this isn't a DC podcast or anything, but I don't think you could lean on Gal Gadot forever.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay, so before we continue, so I'm gonna interrupt. If you're watching this when it first drops, this is not gonna have any thumbnail. It will have a thumbnail, but I'm gonna be posting this as soon as this is done. So the thumbnail is gonna come later, but it is gonna have one. So I just wanted to bring that up. So if anybody's watching this follow along and go, "What's the thumbnail for this?" Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go to sleep. I'm gonna be able to upload it, and I wanted to be there because of the main topic. But the
yeah, because
thumbnail
it's
will come.
day one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so moving on past the Batman stuff, let's talk about automotive. What people really love about this show now. Not
Oh
today.
no 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 no.
We got too
Let's
many
not.
topics today. Yeah. So
Let's
the
not talk
next,
about automotive. I've already made a. Oh God. Anyways, yeah. Let's not do that. Not
that's what
today.
gets the clicks, but we'll
Yeah.
get the clicks next time. Uh, Next topic is the Turtles of Grayskull, the next wave, the one with Tila, Casey Jones, Samurai Skeletor, and Mikey are at Big Bad. They're all available except Mikey. Mikey's on back order because I think Mikey was on and then they just sold out. You know, Mikey with the blonde hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm probably gonna get that Casey and Tila, Mikey. Obviously, you have to at least get the four turtles.
Yeah.
Moving on, the next topic is Ninja Turtles Adventures comics. It's getting omnibus. I don't-
Yes.
So they're releasing a big like
The
uh,
books that I have
yeah,
in my
a
closet. Yes.
compilation book. Yeah, a big one. It's gonna be issues 1 through 17. I don't know how
hmm
far that went, but that's as far as
I
the news
I
goes with it.
I don't know how far it went either, but I do remember owning one or two of those comics
Yeah,
back when I was
yeah,
younger.
yeah. I remember they always had the turtles really expressed, and their face was
hmm
all wacky, like whatever. I remember those. I think I have one or two as well. Uh, Speaking more comics, Saturday morning Ninja Turtles is getting a season 3 or a run 3, if you will, which is that's the one that goes to the 87 show. The one
Yes.
that's the you know what I talk about they're like the original Turtles.
Yeah,
The
the original ones, the ones we grew
Yeah,
up on. Yeah.
yeah. They're getting a season 3 or a book 3 or a volume 3, if you will, run. And here's a cute thing that I found this out. These seasons or comics or blocks, if you will, are supposed to take place between season 8 and season 9. I
Oh,
don't know
really?
how. Yeah, because now the writer has actually come out and said, "Hey, look, all of this stuff is the Saturday Morning Adventures comics. They're supposed to take place between season 8 and season 9." There's been a lot of red connings in the original Ninja Turtle run, so you could kind of play with it. But I think he wants to like steer clear of the Red Sky years. He just wants to stay in that sweet spot where all of the bad guys were out, all of the voice actors were still there, and when James Avery was still so, because you see the Shredder, you're thinking
Yeah.
James Avery, you're thinking
So they're staying away
Leonardo.
from season 10. Yeah, the Red Sky season. Oy,
Unless
sorry.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that might be just the block that they were put on, because maybe they were like, you could only work on these comics. You don't want to get too weird because we're doing the last Ronin over there, and we're doing the IDW stuff over here, and
Yeah.
that might just be what they're playing in, basically their lane, if you will. Um, we got two or three more little things here. Mighty Jax is doing arcade Ninja Turtle style
Seen
figures.
those. That one I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah, those are very low articulated. I bet they barely move their heads or their arms, because I was
It's
looking at some of their
it's it's
pictures.
just the look. I mean, that's the thing. You buy that kind of thing for the look, not the articulation. If you're gonna be that
Yeah,
picky about articulation, NECA made them. NECA made arcade ones. Just go buy those. But if you're looking for
yeah.
something like that, that's just for looks, and I think they look fantastic for what they
I
are.
think I know what you're talking about, and I have some of those before I stopped collecting NECA. And I'll say this: these colors are a lot more palatable, if you will,
Hmm.
to the eyes, because they're a lot prettier than the NECA stuff. Because the colors the NECA picked for their pixelization is really, really bright. These are a lot softer, right?
Yeah.
You've seen this. Their colors, it's still the pixelated, the blocky look, but it's not as, oh, here's a eye burning green for the turtles. No, this is a softer green.
Yeah.
Next point is Tom Waltz, the guy that's writing the last Ronin movie. He's come out on a couple of interviews and stuff like that, and he's talking about he wants Judith Hogue to come back and play some part in the movie. He
That'd
would
be
love to.
awesome.
He'd love to have her as April in like this timeline, which would kind of force it to be Ninja Turtles 4 if you're doing that, and then we just completely forget about the
Uh,
TMNT, the CGI movie.
oh, okay. I was gonna say there'd be Turtles 5 if you consider the TMNT because it does fall in line, honestly, because the shredder's already been killed off the helmets there. But yeah, we can consider that
Yeah,
on the
we
side.
the CGI movie is the C. I think the CGI at I won't go on a thing with it, but I think the CGI kind of falls in the same lane as the next mutation, where it should be canon. It kind of fits with canon, but it's not really canon at the same time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like weird, weird opposites, if you will.
Yeah, I have to watch it again because there's a few things that I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't really want to get into it on this podcast at
Yeah,
the moment. So,
but yeah, the
what?
point was
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's
April.
the next subject?
Yeah, and here's the last one. The last topic of the day is Amazon is releasing a mutant movie star pack with with Super Shredder, with the with the old Splinter that they had, the one that they've released a couple of times, the original Splinter, but in those ugly colors that they released
I've
with the
seen
movie
this.
Star
Yes,
Turtles. Yes,
I've seen this. Yes.
they got a foot soldier there with like darker shades of the same colors, but it's just darker shades because it's not as bright as the original foot soldier one was. Kind of like they did with Skeletor and the Stranger Things 2 pack. It's just a darker
Yeah.
version of the same. It's still the same colors. It's just darker. What I'm interested in is the Super Shredder. He's his head is painted in the style of the the loyal subject Super Shredder that we had done, because it's got, you see that head right, that
Hmm.
it's painted that way. It's to it's not. as a mark. You're like, oh man, that's kind of cool. And the other thing that I like about this pack that I it's kind of forcing me to think about getting, and I saw it in one of the promotional pictures, but it wasn't on all of them. They had Razor, but Razor is in movie colors, not as in cartoon
Yeah.
colors. It's the exact same sculpt, but bro, if you give me a Razor and Toka with their actual movie colors, I'm like, you freaking bastards, you got me. You got me. You already got me with the Technodrome, man. But
They're
that
gonna do whatever they can, man. They're gonna do whatever they
yeah,
can.
and that's the news and the topics. Unless you got anything else, I think we're good.
I think we're good. I think today's podcast is great. Like I said, guys, leave comments. Let us know what you like to see. If you want to see certain things on this podcast, let us know. I mean, we might even be me and Masco has been talking, maybe rebranding some of this stuff, some extra stuff on here instead of just doing podcasts. Maybe do some side videos.
Yeah,
With both of us there, maybe sometimes just one of us doing something. Just a topic pops up, boom, or
yeah.
something. Yeah, yeah. So
We,
just let us know.
we've been toying with some ideas to do one-off episodes about one specific thing that has absolutely nothing to do with Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers. We might do like a movie review once in a while, or do a one thing I would like to do, and I haven't. We've been talking about this superficially, but one specific thing I would like to do as a one-off episode has nothing to do with Cowbunga, but it was still be on the channel and whatever. And I don't know how you feel about this, but I'd like us to do an episode on the first episode of the Flintstones, the first episode of the Flintstones. Like,
Oh, Flintstones.
yeah, like
God, I would have to
it's
go
the
watch that.
yeah, it's on Tubi right now. That's why I was
Okay.
like, yeah, as an animator, as a creator, like it's the building blocks to the Simpsons, to Futurama, to Family Guy. The
Yeah.
Flintstones is 1960. It's basically the first adult comedy, adult animated comedy. The Flintstones, Hanna Barbera, like when they were at their prime, and like all of this stuff. I think that'd be kind of an idea to one of the things as a one-off. We're not going to be doing a Flintstones podcast, but as a one-off,
No, 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 no. I could not do that one. I'm sorry. No, doing the one off is fine,
as episode
but
one
doing a
type
part,
thing. That's
yeah.
yeah,
We could even do it, just okay, guys. So now you're gonna hear some conversation. Just what we're thinking about. We could even do like a one on one with Flintstones versus the Jetsons. We could even do something like that for fun. First episode
yeah.
versus the first episode, or something funny like that.
I think that'd be good as like a season finale thing. Like if we
Yeah.
do like one or two things of the sim. If we do the first episode of the Flintstones, I guess we have to do the first episode of the Jetsons, and then as like the last thing we do is now we do the because the thing is this actually happened. There was this is a little off brand, but there was an actual the Flintstones meet the Jetsons movie. So
Yes, I
I don't.
remember that now that you brought it up.
So this actually kind of happened already. So this one of the first crossovers in what was it 76 or something that they did that movie.
Something like that, yeah. It
It
was
could,
way back then.
yeah. But that I think that's it for today. Thanks everyone. Leave your comments. Share it with the companies. Share this stuff with Hasbro. Share it with Playmates. Hey, look, these guys do this show. They have a different take on what they think of this, and that. We don't ask
Yes.
for anything else, but share and enjoy it, and have a good day.
Yep.
And we'll
See you
catch you next
later.
time. Bye.
Peace.